Welcome back, everyone. It's an exciting week. We are vibe prospecting. What does that mean? I talk to my computer and it finds the right people I want to talk to at the right moment. It crafts emails. I tell it to improve emails. And an hour later, I have a conversation with my ideal clients that I didn't know. So they were strangers an hour ago, and now I'm having a conversation. The rate of change is incredible. The opportunities that open up are incredible. But can we handle this speed? How will our life change as a CEO with this decision speed and execution speed? So, Monica Bozinov, Simon Severino today exploring this with you guys. How does our life as a business owner, as a CEO, change from here? Welcome, Monica.
Thank you. So how do you experience like the possibility that you see happening now? And how do you experience the shift in opportunity for you as a CEO?
It's brutal. The last 5 nights, instead of watching Netflix, I was vibe coding here on my computer, learning the basics of AI, learning what is Claude, what is a Claude skill, what is a GitHub repository, learning the basics. What's the difference between a skill, a command, a plugin? And after 4 days of putting in the work for the foundations and the infrastructure, now there is magic happening. I wake up in the morning, I say /today, and it briefs me about my day, and it knows exactly who I need to follow up, what are the tasks that have a much higher leverage if I do them first. And then I say, okay, and which one of those can you do for me? And it starts doing half of them.
Yeah.
Sending follow-up emails in my language.
Yeah.
In my language. Right now, while we are talking, it's A/B testing different email campaigns, and I'm seeing it writing here on the left of my screen. It's magical.
Mm-hmm. So that takes a lot of cognitive load and it takes a lot of man hours away from you.
Yes, because traditionally, and this is vibe prospecting versus
Mm-hmm.
traditional prospecting, traditionally, you would need 6 weeks to set up all this technical setup of sending cold emails,
Mm-hmm.
because it's technical setup, building the list, validating the list data quality. So it's a lot of very boring tasks that take a ton of time. And somebody on the team needs to do it, right?
Yeah.
So it's weeks of work, and it's also high costs. Because most people give like $30,000 to an agency to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either a ton of time or a ton of costs. And in this case, both is not there.
Yeah. So you do it basically without the cost, only the monthly cost of the AI and
$90 a month for Claude Max plan.
mm-hmm. And all of the other stuff is already there, like your email, all of the systems that you use, that you have always used.
Yeah, your normal email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meaning 6 weeks turn into, and $30,000 turns into 4 or 5 days and $90.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're talking to real prospects.
Yes, my dream clients. I have selected the criteria. So I said, these are the
Mm-hmm.
people that I wanna that I'm here to serve, that I wanna help accelerate sales. Bring me to these people. Start a conversation with these people.
So at which point do you become the bottleneck?
I am the bottleneck in terms of, am I asking the right questions?
Mm-hmm.
Because I could use it in a shallow way. For example, Make an image of Barack Obama dancing with Donald Trump.
Yes.
But
But
instead, yeah,
that's not the conversation we're having, right? But
exactly.
when you can choose, like when you can get, in theory, as many dream clients as you want and have actual real conversations with them.
Yeah.
At some point, tech, like it's just, we talked about this last week. Tech is not the bottleneck anymore. Execution is not the bottleneck anymore. But at some point, you will need to have real conversations with these individuals. And that's when you start becoming the bottleneck. Am I right?
The the trick, I think, is thinking in systems. And what is a system? It's a repeatable way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So one-shotting something is fun for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, how did I approach this? First, I involved my team. I said, guys, we're going to restart cold email. What do you think? And so they said, yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay. And now it's a project. So there is one person responsible. And every Friday we will measure.
Mm-hmm.
And every Monday we will define A/B tests.
Mm-hmm.
So it's becoming a repeatable thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one important thing. I'm not sure everybody listening right now approaches things this way.
You have to systemize it.
You have to systemize it, because what we hear a lot, and you hear it a lot too in the 200K club, right? I stopped doing this. It didn't work for me after
Yeah.
like 3 weeks of trying something, right? And these things, they get better over time when you refine them. It's more like a sculpture. You are Michelangelo and you're sculpting.
Mm-hmm.
And now it will get better over time. And so allow yourself the frustration of the first days,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that it will get better and better and better. So, and that optimizing part week by week, that just got so much easier
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
because that's the failing forward part
Mhm,
that it used to demand a lot of people involved in the failing.
mhm.
Now you can allow AI to fail, and it can fail many more times without getting exhausted until you find the perfect email, the perfect approach. That just became way easier.
And you need to give it context. So
Mm-hmm.
I use the connectors in Claude because they give context. Access my email, access my calendar, access my meetings where I meet people. In my case, it's Zoom, right? And Zoom is in the Google Calendar. But whatever your places are, I think start using the connectors, guys. Whoever is listening right now, start connecting your AI of choice, mine is Claude, to your actual world.
Right. And you did that how long ago?
Um, very, very seriously since a week. And I was playing around like everybody for 1.5 years, but very seriously since 1 week. Like I'm canceling meetings to work on this right now.
I know, you're canceling on me.
Yes, on everybody. On everybody. This is priority number one.
So 1 week in, and how much optimizing would you say you like in this week? What has happened for you?
I had this dream, this longing for it decades. So, of eliminating one of my weaknesses. My weakness is I forget people.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an amazing conversation on my podcast. We hit it out of the park, and then I just forget about it. So my big longing was, oh my God, how cool would it be to have like a Jarvis, somebody that is like my real-time assistant and says, Simon, you met this person 3 weeks ago. That's their name. Go say hello. Because I see somebody and I go, I think I know them, but I can't remember. And so that's my weakness, right? And in sales, this costs you serious money. You have to remember people, follow up. And so I was always hoping that someday there is a technology that helps me, like Jarvis, and that says, hey, follow up with that person because they want something from you, but it's buried in your emails.
Mhm.
On LinkedIn, there is actually somebody who wants to work with you, but it's buried in those messages.
Mhm.
And that's here now. I've connected Claude to Obsidian and to my life.
Mhm.
It has so much context. In the morning, I say /today,
Mhm.
and it says, you call Anis Benasseur because you hit it out of the park on Monday, and now it's time to make the next step.
So that like that bottleneck is gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
Since 30 hours, I don't have that bottleneck anymore.
Okay. So now you can basically get on the phone, in a Zoom room, in a Google meeting with just about anyone you choose to, because you have Jarvis following up. Like people don't slip through the cracks anymore.
Yeah, and that's such an incredible support, like for sales follow up, for general relationship building. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So now the question becomes, how many of those dream clients can you onboard at the time?
We are super scalable, so that's not our uh, constraint. The important thing is this is such a wonder drug.
Mm-hmm.
You could get ADHD on this and go, oh, what else can I build?
Mm-hmm.
So my countermeasure is I have my top 4 activities here, and they're still from the old world. They are on paper on my circle thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is the strategic action calendar. And it's only 4 things. So the constraint that I give myself is I will only use the AI systems to help me with those 4 today.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of them is prospecting, and that's why the cold email system is on point. The other one is making introductions to people.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you are so forgetful, you can't make great introductions.
Yeah.
And so this system, that's why I added Obsidian and Granola, because they give more context. That's all my notes from the meetings. And if they just casually say during the meeting what is their dream or what's tough to solve for them right now, what they're looking for in an introduction, Granola will remember it and it will resurface. So I could say, what's an introduction that Anis is looking for right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's looking to hiring this specific position. Do I know somebody that can help him? Now I can make a good introduction.
Mm-hmm. So you can have, like, everyone can basically be top of mind. You're not forgetting perfect clients, potential perfect clients, and you're not forgetting the connections you have for them.
Yeah. So it's
Mm-hmm.
the 4 things that I have to solve right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting these new AI superpowers to help me solve the 4 most important things. Uh, this is critical because many are right now just excited about the technology and lose themselves into all the capabilities and possibilities. But if you don't laser focus them on what you need to solve, the week will be over and you haven't solved your actual core business problems.
So which are the problems that what problems can this solve, and what are the problems it can't solve?
I yet have to find something it can solve because it's a brain. So cloud is the
Mm-hmm.
brain, and then it has hands and feet. Hands and feet are
Mm-hmm.
your emails, your calendar. The feet are your email campaigns, your note-taking system, your meeting transcripts. And what can you not do with the brain? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know yet what's going to happen. That's why it is so exciting, because it's like when the internet came, we didn't know that that would produce Google and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we are in this situation right now where we see change happening, and we don't know the second order effects of this yet. But what
Mm-hmm.
we can see is you can put horsepower on whatever you need to solve this week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my process is I tell him, hey, this is what I need to solve this week. How can you help me? And then we take it from there in iterations. And I'm surprised about how many things it can actually do.
Mm-hmm. So managing attention becomes critical.
Super critical.
Decision making under speed.
Yes, and the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But when things change so quickly, so for example, our decision was that our CRM is in one place, and now you realize, oh, but it's much easier to handle data there. So you migrate your whole CRM, which is usually a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
You have to decide, what are the negative consequences, what are the positive consequences, and how long do you want to take to decide this question? I would say as quickly as possible. But do you know all the negative consequences? No, you don't. Do you wait until you know all of the negative consequences? Probably not. What I do is I go to Cloud Code, I put it in plan mode. It doesn't do anything, it just thinks with me. And I say, okay, this is the decision I'm going to take. Walk me through all the pros and cons. Criticize it from these 7 perspectives. I've created a skills. It's called the 7 critics. And it criticizes it from these 7 perspectives. So that I make sure that I am considering all perspectives, all blind spots, even the things that I don't know, by integrating other perspectives, but not losing time. So I still want to be fast in my decisions, but the a, a good decision always has multiple angles that were considered from multiple perspectives. So this is how I'm dealing with it right now.
Mm-hmm. But at some point, you still need to have Zoom meetings with these people.
Yeah, next step is a conversation over Zoom.
Yes. So that is a bottleneck. That is a conversation that it takes 2 people at least, and it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a bottleneck. Like, how many of those, if you can get all the perfect clients in the world that you want, right? So now you have 1,000 people lined up to have a one-on-one with Simon.
It's not 1,000 yet, so let's solve that problem when it comes up. Right now, you can, if you see that, oh, there's too many people coming into my weekend booking time, the first thing that I would do is to uh, go 15 levels deep. So creating your ICP, your ideal client profile, in a much sharper way. So for example, I asked today the machine to add 500 more people. And then it said, by Simon, your criteria are so tight, there is only 38 people in the world that meet these criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to remove some of your constraints? And I said, no, stay with the constraints. Maybe add a few geographies.
Mm-hmm.
But no, don't broaden up the people that I'm here to serve.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather go deep
Mm-hmm.
and tell them, instead of 5 levels deep, who are your ideal clients, it's like 15 levels deep.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, it said, if I just cancel one of those 15, then I can give you 500 people.
Mm-hmm.
It was the one, are they currently hiring for a sales role?
Right.
And I said, no, you don't delete that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the decisions that we need to make, right? Are we here to serve everybody? Obviously not. So how narrow can we make it? Because the narrower, the more real, the more helpful, the more value you can actually create, because you can go deeper into what they need.
Mm-hmm. So you have 38 prospects worldwide, basically, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Add that in the last hour to an email campaign.
Mm-hmm. So next week, we will know how many of those answered after 1 week of outreach,
Yes.
and how many you onboarded already.
Well, onboarding takes more than 1 week, but we will know the conversion rates.
Mm-hmm.
And we will improve those conversion rates with A/B tests. So we will try more messages, more interesting messages, more funny messages. So the next thing is I will go, okay, if you were Jerry Seinfeld, how would you change the follow-up message so that they chuckle?
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing is optimizing those messages, making them very different. Thinking about, okay, what are they getting in their LinkedIn inbox right now, in their email inbox? How can it be a different experience? A refreshing experience.
Right. So how has this shifted how you see your business?
I don't think I would hire any personnel this year because I just received 17 employees. They never sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. It's incredible. So in my line of work, you would usually now start hiring junior consultants and train them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it takes weeks to train a junior consultant, and they have to sleep sometime, right? And to cook. Well, I have 17 senior consultants here on the team, and they don't have to sleep and they don't have to cook. So,
Mm-hmm.
one change, I have not budgeted any addition in people, no hiring people, which is a change.
At all. You don't need any people at all.
No additional people.
And when you serve these clients, they all go into systems, or is there any like human interaction with your clients
Yeah,
when
you
you?
need coaches to deliver the coaching, but that's
Mm-hmm.
our certification
Mm-hmm.
that we're doing anyways. We're teaching coaches anyway, but I don't need to add product people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to add salespeople.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to add marketing people, and that's pretty much a company, right?
It is.
So that's the first radical change. And second radical change is that I now spend a lot of time in front of a screen. I want to change that.
Mm-hmm.
And I found already a way. You can start a task here and then put it on remote control and you continue on your phone. So I will walk out there in nature in the sun, and on my mobile phone I can continue running operations,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm in nature.
Mm-hmm. So what's the next step up for Simon right now?
Canceling all Netflix for another 5 days because this is so much more fun than Netflix.
And where do you see your business going?
We will create more free time for clients. And now I think it's even exponentially more free time because So far, the free time was, hey, we help you organize your sales and marketing. But now there is actually an additional operations part that we didn't offer so far. But of course, everybody seeing this is asking me, and so it becomes the next help that we do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you organize this? How can it know your day and brief you? And then we help them connect their world, um, write down the skills and the processes so that it can actually do it. For example, one thing that you have to do is to define your ideal client, 15 levels deep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most people that I talk to, they don't have that thing defined.
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now is defining it together and writing it down and showing them where to put it so that the AI remembers it.
Mm-hmm. And do you do that personally? Your coaches, who is doing that?
Yeah, strategy sprints coaches, which is one of them is Simon. And also we have the sprint club and the 200K club where it's groups of people applying this.
So is there any? Because at some point you will get to something that the machines can't do. What's that?
When it happens, I will say, what else can we think? And then I will have this sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
So um, it happens frequently that we hit the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say we, it's Claude and Simon, right? So we're discussing all the time. Say, oh, this is the wall. Okay, let's understand the wall. What is it exactly that's stopping us? And let's start generating solution ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back and forth. And then after brainstorm mode, we go, oh, I think we got something. Let's test this now. Let's build it. We go from plan mode into actual building mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then we build a prototype. We test it quickly. And if it works, we solved it, we move to the next. If it doesn't, we have to go back to brainstorming. Ah, okay, so that wasn't the actual wall. That was just part of the wall. What is the actual wall?
Mm-hmm.
And so again, you see that it's more of a process, right? It's not a
Mm-hmm.
one-shot solution. It's a process of clarifying where are we, what's the most important thing to do, what's blocking us, and how can we swim around that blockage or dissolve the blockage.
Mm-hmm. So this means you need to have more attention to your own state and your own
Yes.
inner capacity.
You know what's funny? My daily briefing is asking me, so it's on point with
Mm-hmm.
everything that's a task. And then it always say, I don't know your mood right now because you're not journaling your mood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only piece of information that's missing for me
Mm-hmm.
to brief you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's true, I'm not journaling my mood.
Mm-hmm.
So you're totally right. This works better the more introspective you are, the more you review, you make review and journaling and reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
The more you make it a thing,
Mm-hmm.
this is totally relevant context. So if
Yeah.
it knew, I don't know, I am 10 out of 10 of energy and I want to build something today, it would shape my priorities in that direction because it knows, oh, my capacity is high. If it would know, oh, my 3 kids, they didn't sleep and they woke me up 3 times because of bad sleep, then it would prioritize my day in a different way.
Yeah. So um the speed at which you can do things, if you don't keep up with your own state and your own emotional state and what you really are good at doing, you could sign up 10 major clients just to realize that they're actually not the people you want to serve.
Yes, your work becomes 10 times more important from now on
Mm-hmm.
because everybody can now shift gears and go to a higher gear. But
Mm-hmm.
can you handle it from a nervous system
Mm-hmm.
perspective?
So can you stand in it? Do you know what you want? Is that aligned with who you are? And can you carry the responsibility to the people that you lead and the people you bring on board as clients?
And you will have intense emotions during
Mm-hmm.
this adventure, because entrepreneurship was always an adventure, but now it's an adventure with another, let's say, 50 kilometers per hours on top of it. So it just got faster.
Yeah.
And it was wild.
Meaning,
Now it's wild and fast.
yeah. So that you have to be fast and forceful, and that comes from within, right? You have to be able to carry the burden of that.
Yeah.
That's where we need to start engineering capacity
Yes.
so that you can stand stable in that new reality that you are creating using an unlimited amount of, like, AI can replace so much of the admin, so much of the planning, so much of the cognitive load. But if you get in yourself, you have the potential to create your own worst nightmare.
Some cognitive load is taken away from you,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of emotional load
Mm.
is being added, because
Because,
you quickly have to decide a big thing. Like, okay, for 5 years we have been using this CRM. Now we just realize there is a better way.
yeah.
And so the emotion is, oh my God, I've put so many data and time and attention and energy into this.
So you're emotionally attached to an old decision that was good back then, but that may not be serving you now.
Exactly. And that's a hard pivot. You have to let
Mhm,
go of a big thing right now.
mhm,
Are
mhm,
we capable of that? Are we good at that?
mhm. And that's like the changes that used to be incremental. You had some time to get used to. Now, if you're really taking this on, the decisions, like the even the emotional uh, connection needs to be shifted in real time here and now as you see the new opportunity.
Yeah. And that's why teams of one will be the winners versus teams of 4, of 10, of 400, of 4,000. And the CEO of Shopify, he said it literally yesterday. He said, we organize now everything by a team of one, because these radical pivots, imagine you're working with 5 people on something, and now you
Mhm,
tell everybody, no, we're changing totally direction. Everything you did is now gone. We
mhm,
start completely from scratch. I mean, those 5 people, they feel terrible.
mhm.
That's why, as a leader, we usually slow down to help the team digest and
Yeah.
metabolize progress.
Mhm,
That's why Toby Lütke says, no, 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 everybody's a team of one. You pivot as fast as you can. You make as many mistakes as you can per minute. I want you to be on. Nothing stops you. And then when you're done, now you share it with the others. You put it in a GitHub repo, which is this open source place where it's like Lego pieces. Everybody puts a Lego piece in there and the other can build upon that. But it's teams of one and one repository where you put the outcomes, the Lego pieces. I think this is the new game.
This is the new game. Okay, so next week, what are we sharing next week?
The the results of this wild week and where we are next week.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have questions, just let us know and see you next week. Keep rolling, everyone.